Hello everyone and welcome to the next mini tutorial here on Ducttapestuff. In this mini tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make a duct tape hot beverage holder just like this one. So that's what we're going to be doing in this mini tutorial. Okay, your first step is that you're going to cut out 4 strips of tape that are 5 1/4 inches long each, and we're going to be using this coffee holder here as a template for this tutorial. But if you have one of these lying around, that's great, you can use it. If you don't and you don't happen to have one, that's fine, because I'm going to give you the instructions to do it even if you didn't have one to use. So you're going to cut those 4 strips. You're going to take your first 2 and you're going to stick them together just like this. Okay. You're going to take your third one, line it up a little bit so that it comes down to the side here. You want it to overlap it on the top just a little bit and give it ample room on the bottom here so that fits on nice. Perfect, there we go. Flip the whole thing over, take your last strip, your 4th strip, and cover up the rest of the sticky side here. So that's how to do it if you have one of these with you. If you don't, you're just going to take your 4 strips and you're going to apply them so that your total length of your sheet here is about 3 inches. So that's how much to overlap them. You want your whole sheet to be 3 inches long. And now your next step is what you're going to do is if you have one of these here, you're just going to put it down. You're going to take a pen. You're going to trace all around it, just like you're about to cut it out, and then you have it marked down on there. If you don't have one, you're just going to come about 1/4 inch down here on the side, mark it with a pen. Come up here on the bottom and mark the same spot except down a little bit. As you can see, it comes down on an angle. Mark it there. Same thing on this side. Come about a straight line across, and then same up here on the top. Mark it there. And then what you're going to do if you don't have one of these as your template, you're just going to draw a straight curved line down and a straight line on an angle on this side, and then for the top you're going to come over here and you're going to curve these lines as well on a slight angle. As you can see, they do curve on the actual coffee holder here, so you're just going to curve that slightly around to there and connect those 2 dots, and you're going to come around to the bottom here with the same amount of curve up here, connect those 2 dots there. So that's how to do it if you don't have one of these at home. Okay, so once you've got all your lines made and everything, just cut it out, and if you have your thing here, you can just make sure it's the exact same size, and you can tell it fits right on there perfectly, just like that. The next thing you're going to do is that you're going to go back to step number 1. You're going to make another one, and make sure they're exactly the same. Do any trimming if you need to, so that you have 2 sheets that are exactly the same. So do that now. Once you got your 2 sheets cut out, we're on to our last step. So make sure you line them up directly on top of each other. You're going to cut out 2 strips of tape that are slightly longer than the side here. I cut it out a little bit more on each side just to overcompensate a little bit. Make sure you stick it down, about half of it on this side and half of it on the surface you're working on. Flip it over, make sure that it's still lined up. It tends to move around a little bit. Fold it back around and stick it down, and you can stick down the sides here, that's okay too. It'll make it a little bit easier to cut off with the scissors. So just trim those off right there and on the bottom here, just like that. Throw those aside. Next thing you're going to do is come to the other side here and do the exact same thing. Half of it on this side and half of it, fold it back around, half of it on this side, and do the exact same thing with the scissors once again. Just like that. So there you go, and now you have made your coffee holder. Now most of these beverage holders are designed for like the paper cups that you get like at a coffee shop, and the cups are mostly shaped that they're smaller on the bottom and they slowly get bigger as you work your way up. So that's exactly what these kind of holders are designed for, because of the way they're curved on the sides. And I'll use this travel mug here as an example. As you can see, it just slides right on and it's tight all the way around. And that's basically the way how it's supposed to work, and it shields your hand from the heat of the coffee mug. And if you find that it kind of burns your hands still, you can always apply more duct tape onto here, or you can also decorate it too to add a little more tape on. So that's basically how to make a hot beverage holder out of duct tape, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. So take care.